know when. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Not yet. All right, go ahead.
got it. So I am told everyone, good afternoon. It's the noon time, and we're coming to you with the health spot for our Mind, Body, and Soul Week, sponsored by our PIW and the IMA. We want to bring our sister Queen Adira into the room, and she is going to give us some well-needed information. It is also the Cancer Week, so we definitely are trying to stay healthy and stay up on top of things, and we need it. We definitely need it. So I'm going to have Queen Adira come in and start her presentation. Welcome, Shalom, Bakoti.
Shalom, Shalom, Geber, Shalom, Rabbi, and Shalom, Mishpaka. So happy to just be here and be a part of the PIWIMA network and be able to share this information with you today. My name is Queen Adira Levy, aka Shona Levy. I am a vegan lifestyle trainer and a holistic health coach. I have a wonderful table of food here to share with you. It's all vegan. There are no meat products on the table because one, I'm vegan. Two, I want to promote things that are good for cancer, because we are observing breast cancer awareness month. Not only for the breast cancer awareness, but for all types of cancer. And it's not only about cancer, it is about health and wellness. So these are the types of things that I promote so that we can stay healthy and we can be healthy, rejuvenate, revitalize, and inspire our body to do what it was designed to do, to fight for itself. So these are the types of things that I promote. I have a health page called 360 for Life on Facebook, and also a vegan page, Vegan Plate Please, on Facebook. So on either one of those, you can always like the pages, get to see what I'm posting on there, delicious, awesome recipes, and they're all there for you for free. If you have cancer, or if you are taking care of someone with cancer, you might want to get signed up for my cancer communications for the cancer community. That is www.cancerveganseries.com. You can always sign up there for communications. So today, wanted to be out in nature, and just listen to the birds, listen to the wind chimes, enjoy the trees and the blossoms, so that I can really talk to you about what is happening at this time of year. We are entering into a different cycle now. So our seasons have changed. So our foods are changing. And I wanted to just introduce some foods that are very good for your gut, and things that are good for your health and wellness. Because when we eat things that are good for our health and wellness, we overcome all kinds of diseases and sicknesses just naturally, automatically. So I wanted to make sure to be out in nature, introduce you to some of the things in nature that you might want to incorporate in your diet as you move forward into the fall season. We have two seasons. One is hot and one is cold. All right, so you have your spring festival, harvest festival, Shavuot, and then you have your fall festival, Sukkot. Okay, so in both of those different festivals, you are harvesting foods that are indicative to that particular season that is around you. This is why it's so important to be in step with the earth, like connect with the earth, know what's coming, know what's in season, and get that old recipe book. Find yourself a nice book, okay? And you can make your recipes for the warm season and make your recipes for the cold season. And then that way, it'll be easier for you to find out what kinds of foods that you will be cooking when that season changes. So, without further ado, I wanted to talk to you about cabbage. Now, there's all kinds of cabbage. Cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable, which makes it excellent for your health. There are all kinds of cabbage, but today, for this presentation, I have two kinds of cabbages. One green cabbage, one red cabbage. Okay, the green cabbage is excellent for cooking. The green cabbage is excellent for different types of things like coleslaw, and sauerkraut, and cooking. Some different things that we can do with cabbage. You can cook your cabbage as a soup. You can cook your cabbage as a saute and put some potatoes, onions, and peppers into your cabbage and make a nice saute with that for breakfast or for lunch, even for dinner. All right. But the difference between these two cabbages is one is red and one is green. Now, the green one carries a lot of different nutrients that the red one actually carries a lot of different nutrients, more powerful nutrients than you will find in the green cabbage. Okay, so this is why you find the red cabbage in your salads, because once you start to cook the red cabbage, you start to kill those powerful nutrients that will otherwise be very good for your health. So this is why you find the red cabbage in your salads. So put your red cabbage into your salads, make some coleslaw with your red cabbage so you're not cooking it. As far as your green cabbage can be used for different cooked dishes. So we can make cabbage soup with it. We can make cabbage and potatoes, and you put your onions and your carrots in there with your cabbage, and have a really nice saute. So you saute that all up, but wanted to make sure to tell you about this cabbage. Some people throw away the best part. Now, when you cut your cabbage, you want to cut your cabbage open. And this goes for the red cabbage as well. You want to cut your cabbage open, and then you see that part in the middle. That part in the middle can be used for your broth, use it for your soups. Okay, don't get rid of this part because it is excellent. It's full of flavor, it's full of nutrients, it's full of the things that you need to really promote health and wellness. So that is the part that you put into your soups to make your broth. Okay, that's the green cabbage. Now, I was hoping more people would come on so we can have this game, and play this game. But since not a lot of people are on, I'm just going to keep going and move on ahead. I'm telling you all the wonderful things that you can do with your cabbage. Now, cabbage is in the cruciferous vegetable family. That is the core of that red cabbage. I wanted you to get to see that because it is full of nutrients and full of flavor. Once you put this core into your water, those nutrients matriculate into the water and make an awesome, awesome broth. Now, what do we do though? We normally go to the store and we get a box of broth, or we get a can of broth, or we get, a bouillon cube. Now, what is in the bouillon cube other than salt? High amounts of sodium. And what do we have a problem with? Sodium. We have problems with sodium. So we want to learn how to make our own broths with what the Creator gave us. Nice little things like this. Simple, very simple to do. Cut your cabbage open, toss that into the water, make your own broth. Now, when you make your own broth, you'll want to add some bay leaf. You'll want to add some cracked black pepper. You'll want to add all different types of seasonings like rosemary, thyme, okay, different seasonings to flavor your broth. And then at the end of it, you'll have a nice big pot. At the end of boiling all of those delicious flavors and seasonings together with your core, you want to have your what is it called? Mason jar. You take your mason jars and you pour your broth into your mason jars. This broth can be used for your cabbage stew, you know, saute or whatever you're gonna make. It can be used for different types of things like your rice, your quinoa. You can even saute your different vegetables up in your broth. But the whole thing is, make sure it is natural, because you remove the pesticides, you remove the herbicides, you remove the sodium, and you get nothing but the Most High's goodness in your broth. And that's going right into your system to help your system be more healthy. Okay, so how else can we get healthy in the fall season as we move forward? Well, we can make ourselves a salad. Now, your romaine lettuce is going to be awesome this time of year. It is in season. Once again, we talk about things that are in season. So make a salad, maybe 2 salads per week. Eat those salads, okay? What do you do when you're making your salad? Lettuce, tomatoes, onions. Well, I'm going to tell you that you can really make your salad pop by adding some lemon, some good old lemon, the juice of a lemon or half a lemon, and the lemon zest. Making sure that your lemons, making sure that as much of your fruit and your vegetables as possible are organic. But definitely, in order to make that salad pop, add some lemon, and it's so, so good. So definitely you can make 2 salads a week. And when you're making your salad, make it with things that are in season, like your broccoli, a little spinach, okay, a little broccoli, some fennel. Has anyone cooked with fennel? Has anyone put a salad together with fennel? It is so delicious. Now I have some celery here, right? And celery is excellent in a salad also. You can use the celery for your cabbage saute, your cabbage soup. You can also use your celery in your salad, and it tastes so good. The fennel is a different vegetable. It's much like your cabbage, okay? And it has all of these green fronds and things like that. It looks like, you know, a little bit like the pine, but it has all these green fronds coming out from the top of it. You can eat the whole thing, eat those fronds, eat the fennel, you know, but when it comes to the core, chop out the core and put the core into your water and boil it along with the core for your cabbage and make your broth. You get all the nutrients that are in these cruciferous vegetables right into your broth. And what else can we do to stay healthy? Well, not only are you going to be making salads with broccoli and fennel and celery and onions and tomato, you're going to also be mindful of your onions, okay? I did bring 2 onions to present to you today too. The green onion, right? And the red onion. So just like the red cabbage, the red onion, these are in the same family as far as nutrients that they contain for the body. These are good for salads. Your red onions are good for your salads because just like the red cabbage, you don't want to cook the red onion because you're killing the nutrients, the very delicate nutrients in here that are meant for your body to stay healthy and to perform well. So red for your salads. Green, this is a white onion. White onions, green cabbage for cooking. Okay, so rule of thumb, just rule of thumb. Now, what else can you do with your broth? Going back to the broth, let us, I don't want to make anything here. Let us get some, go back to basics and get some beans. Store some beans up in that cabinet, in that pantry, okay? Because if the lights go off again, if the grocery stores close again, you will be ready. On ICBC strategic planning, we're doing a bug out bag. So you'll hear more about foods to store up on for emergency purposes. Beans are a huge part of that. Why? Because you don't have to cook beans for them to work for you. And as a matter of fact, that's a whole different lesson, but called sprouting. You can sprout your beans and they will have amazing flavor, be very versatile. You can even put them in your salad. You don't have to cook them, but you have to know how to sprout them. These are lentils, and these are garbanzo or chickpeas. Now, the lentil beans are normally really good in soups, but they go so much farther than that. Okay, you can sprout your lentil beans and you can throw them in a salad. You can sprout your lentil beans, you can make burgers with them. You can make bread. Okay, same thing with your chickpeas. So soups are wonderful for these types of dried beans, but don't stop there. There are so many different things that you can do with your beans. So this is something that you can definitely and for sure use for your broth. Make a soup, okay, with your beans. And in your soups, you're going to put your carrots, your onions, your yellow onions, or your celery, of course, your celery. And some people even put ginger. Okay, ginger is awesome in cooked foods. Not very many people know that. But definitely and for sure, you can put your cabbage in your soup, potatoes, lots of different things that you can put in your soup. But people don't think you can put your green leafy vegetables in your soup. Now, this is spinach. And the reason why I brought this out in particular is because people normally overcook spinach. Spinach is very delicate. So you want to put that in at the very end of things and only cook it for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, because it's very delicate and you'll kill it. You'll absolutely destroy it. One of the tougher green leafy vegetables that you can use is kale. Okay, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, all of these are cruciferous vegetables that you can get into your system right now to go to work for you. All right, let's see. So with your soups, you can put in your green leafy vegetables. Kale, collard greens, mustard greens, you can put those in because they're a little tougher. Mustard greens are a little bit more delicate, but definitely and for sure, your spinach goes in at the end, at the very end, so that you don't overcook it. Another thing for your soup is garlic. Okay, garlic is so very important, you know, for cancer patients. Okay, has a component, allicin, in it. And there are a couple of different things. One of my experts on the Cancer Be Gone series talked about different special foods that were directly associated with building a good, healthy gut so that our gut system could protect us from proliferation of cancer cells. Garlic was top on the list, but also on the list for beans, mushrooms, okay, onions. These food is so very important. It was mentioned on the first page of the tool. That's how important food is. But we have to be mindful of our food, that we're not only eating the right kinds of foods, that we are drinking foods that are good for us as well. Now, what do I mean when I talk about that? So let's talk about, first of all, your smoothies, okay? Smoothies, drinks that have fruit in them, like your banana. You can also get dates, your ginger. Takes it up a notch. Not very many people know you can also add a little garlic to your smoothie and it tastes so, so good. But lemons give your smoothie a good pop. And don't forget about the limes. Limes are a different type of citrus. You have all these different types of citrus that you should be putting into your normal regimen. So citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, limes, okay, grapefruit, all different types of delicious grapefruit right now. But make sure whatever fruits that you're getting are in season, okay? I don't have pineapples up here right now because it's the fall. And why do I want to promote pineapples when it's the fall? You go out and get pineapples and you're going to have a bad experience because they're not going to be juicy. They're not going to be sweet. They're not going to be tasty because they're not in season. So we have to go through things that are in season, right? Find out, go to Google. Your cell phone will tell you what you don't know. Okay, Google, give me a list of citrus fruits.
Citrus plants frequently mentioned on the web include lemon, mandarin orange, pomelo, and others.
Did you hear that? Yes, your phone talks to you. This is some of the best technology that is around, that has ever been around. And we have to learn how to do more than like play games on it. We have to research. We have to research. Why? Because we are sick. We are the sickest people on the planet. And we just have to make sure that we go about things differently. So now we talked about cruciferous vegetables. Some cruciferous vegetables include, oh, let's do this again. Okay, Google, what are some cruciferous vegetables?
According to Wikipedia, cruciferous vegetables are vegetables of the family Brassicaceae with many genera, species, and cultivars being raised for food production such as cauliflower, cabbage, kale, garden cress, bok choy, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, mustard plant, and similar green leaf vegetables.
So, did you get that? Awesome, awesome cell phones that we have, excellent technology. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. I would turn it on if I were you, because there's just so much we can learn from the web. It's crazy ridiculous. One thing I'd like to share with you about your drinks, because your drinks are just as important as your food. They have engineered flavors that turn our taste receptors on. And these flavors, what they're doing is they're tearing our body apart very slowly, very maliciously. And that's one of the reasons why we're so sick, because we get turned on by these flavors, and these flavors are not natural. They are bioengineered. So when you want to flavor something naturally, you go get some natural specimen like this parsley right here. It's beautiful. Okay, this parsley is loaded with nutrients, loaded with wonderful nutrients that can actually help you to be healthy and actually help the body to defend itself naturally from all kinds of illness and disease. This parsley costs 78 cents. 78 cents. So I would be chopping up this parsley in everything. Lots of people toss away the romaine lettuce or the kale at the end of their dinner. They don't include the parsley at the end of their dinner. They just think it's there for decoration. But these are some of the healthiest things that you can incorporate into your system, because it helps with your digestive system. It helps in your gut. And the parsley is a wonderful additive flavor ingredient to many things like your salad, your soup, your sautés, even your grilled vegetables, roasted vegetables. But what you don't want to do is cook it, okay? So you take a bit of your parsley and cut it up, and you just sprinkle it as a seasoning at the end and put it onto your soup, onto your porridge, your saute, anything like that that you're going to do. Even in your green smoothies. Now, when you're making a green smoothie, you use your green leafy vegetables, your spinach, your kale, your parsley. Use your green leafy vegetables, right? Your baby kale, your bok choy, any kind of green leafy vegetable with water. Okay, you don't need milk. You don't need all these different kinds of things that has a lot of pus and vaccines and all of these things that's floating through it. Just need water, okay? And get used to the flavor of these different vegetables. Add some ginger, add some garlic, add lemon, lime, and really boost your drinks up with these natural flavors. Also tea. My mom came over and she had a story to tell about a tea that she got from the store. She said it turned into gel. So she prepared her tea and turned into gel. So what are we drinking? We're not quite sure what we're putting into our system. But what we do know when we look at the numbers of those who are affected with irritable bowel disease, different types of problems in the gut, cancer and diabetes, all of these different things, you know that we're being destroyed internally, okay? So we have to go back to basics, back to nature, and this is a wonderful way to go. I know everybody's familiar with sorrel. So sorrel is another really healthy drink, very powerful drink, and it too is red. So I'm really promoting these red vegetables, fruits, teas right now because this is something that we really have to be mindful of. This is salvation on your table, okay? We have to become nature lovers again. We have to become more in tune, more aligned with what is on our plate and how can we get it into our system to defend us, because the body was designed to protect itself. The body was designed to defend itself. And food, just natural spices, food, even banana, even cruciferous vegetables, as simple as it might be, just to take the core out and make your own broth. The food was designed to help the body do what it needs to do, to protect itself. So one thing I
So
want
this
to
has
make
been,
sure to tell you, the last thing, did I hear a question?
no, go ahead. First, go ahead, finish.
Okay, so the last thing I wanted to tell you about was your bay leaf. Your bay leaf goes into your broth. Your bay leaf goes into your sautés and different things like that. Bay leaf is so very important to us right now. And it's simple. It's a simple change and something to add to your regimen. The cracked black pepper. If your system can take black pepper or any kind of seed, okay, because it is a seed. So if your system can take it, make sure that you're getting fresh pepper, fresh flaxseed, fresh cumin seeds, fresh, all of those fresh seeds, fresh coriander seeds, and crack them immediately, releasing the nutrients in those spices, okay? So that your body can have those nutrients immediately from those seeds. If you're eating ground seeds, you don't know how long they've been sitting on the shelf and how many nutrients, their level of nutrition is still bioavailable. But definitely just crack your seeds, use your bay leaf, and enjoy the flavors of your food.
Oh, sister, I am so delighted with this presentation. I got kicked off for 2 minutes and I was a little upset, but I'm back. But
Okay.
I'm really, if anyone has any questions that is in the room, please post them. And all of the different sites and rooms that Queen Adira gave you. You can always go in and find out a lot of her information. I love fennel. Love fennel. I had fennel. It was sauteed for the first time when we went to Israel years ago. And I was like, what is this? It was so good. I was chasing the person down to find out how they made this and what vegetable was this. But since then, I love fennel in a lot of different things. And I'm definitely an onion eater.
Awesome.
I'm that for everything. Someone recently told me about bay leaf and clove tea and said it was very good for your system. So yeah, we have to get with these different herbs and stuff. And it's better to make flavor our food with than all of the artificial stuff that they give us, and definitely not a whole lot of salt. My husband always gets on me, and I've learned over the years to be better with it.
Go, hubby.
The herbs is another thing. Using them fresh is very good.
Mm-hmm.
I also found that instead of letting them go, like sometimes we don't use them up quick enough, some things I freeze. I've learned to freeze them in a little ice tray so that you can just take it out and drop it in your dish, and it'll you'll have it and you're not wasting it. Like the thyme and the different herbs that you get, because sometimes it comes in a big bunch. We don't use it fast enough and it'll start turning. So I have learned about putting it in a little oil and water and putting it in the freezer, and then taking it out and dropping it in whatever it is I'm sauteing or souping up or whatever the case may be. So you have come with like they say, a plethora of wonderful vegetables. And I did learn something about
to show you.
I learned a good thing about the broth today too, because I know we tend to yes, make your own little herb garden. Yes. About making your own broth is true. We do go quick to get a box of broth, but make it, you can freeze it, and you can use that broth for everything. Very good. What is this we're showing?
This one, well, the last one was parsley and chives, and this one is Cuban oregano.
Oh, okay.
Or broadleaf thyme. You can broadleaf thyme. But the thing about it is, you have to have your garden around you. It's so important that you be able to come out and just pick, because it's there. I mean, it's alive. It's ready for you. It's ready to go and work for you. And people don't understand how powerful this food is. I mean, the red onion, there are nutritional terms and scientific terms. There are studies. This is evidence-based information about this food and how good it is for you, and what it does to actually turn your circumstances around. So definitely, that's what I do. And I study food. I've been studying food for about the last 10 years or so. And this is what I've come to know. And I've seen the testimonies. I've heard the testimonies. I've seen the evidence of it. I've researched it. There's so much that food has to offer, and we're giving we're giving our health and wellness over into, those I can't really say what I want to say, but we have to be mindful that the Creator has given us these delightful things to just put into our system to help us.
One question I wanted to ask: the base of your broth usually would be water, right?
That's it.
Nothing but just some good fresh water. And yes, and all of those different pieces that most times people throw away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we can take them and make a good broth, and it can be froze. You freeze it after, if you don't use it all. It can freeze, and then you can use it on other things later on.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, you definitely want to use those spices, though. Use those herbs. You go to the grocery store and you get a pack of bay leaves or a pack of parsley or, a pack of thyme. Use it that week because that is your blessing. So you use it in everything. Make a tea with it. Put it into your water. Suspend it into your water. We're doing infused waters for our cleanse. Oh,
That is
and that's
very
another.
good. Infused waters, definitely.
The infused water, it makes it taste so much better. And you get those nutrients first thing in the morning. So we'll be starting another 3-week cleanse. The October 17th, we'll be starting another 3-week cleanse. I'll do the overview on October 17th, and we'll just start out very shortly thereafter. But look out for those promotions because that's coming up. It's a 3-week day cleanse.
All righty. So we are so thankful for your information today. And this has been a wonderful presentation. And I'm so happy that I could get you to come in and give us this. And I did pick up a few things, and I definitely would apply them. And so if anybody has any kind of comments or questions, you can post them. You can even post them, I believe, in the YouTube, asked, and they can be answered at later date. But we're so glad for all of the viewers that came to join us at this time. We only had a few on the Zoom, but we also had the YouTube open. So, and I've been told this was a wonderful presentation. Looking at the comments, they're saying thank you very much for the information, and we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Well, Yakai, the Eternal, is our guide, and He's our source. He's our source for everything, for information, for comfort. That's who my go-to is for guidance. Intelligence. That's divine. That's right. It's nothing like the Most High. Nothing like the Most High. So, you're looking for salvation. Hey, He's giving it to us. Like, I can't stress enough.
I hear you. We can't not pay attention. We really need to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Toda for the spot, for the health spot today. And like she gave you her websites, please look into them. And any questions, you can leave them. We appreciate your time. Shalom. That's it.